Well, hello everybody. It is that time again for me to be accountable to myself and slightly vulnerable and post this on the internet. It is time for my third quarter goals update. Honestly, it feels kind of surreal to be making this video because, first of all, I can't believe it's already September when I'm filming this, but I also didn't think that I would be where I am when I was making this video. But here we are. So, I'm actually filming this one in September, and it's kind of early in September because I wanted to film this before I left for Alaska. I leave for Alaska tomorrow as I'm filming this. Today is the 11th of September. If you've been following along, you probably are already aware, but if you've not been following along, I'm going to Alaska for about 4 weeks, and I'm going to babysit my friend's kitten, and I'm very excited about it. So if you like my Alaska videos, or if you like videos about people being in Alaska, or things that you can do in Alaska, keep an eye on this channel. They're coming, I promise. I'm planning to make a bunch of them. I've got plans. So enough dawdling. I'm actually going to get into the goals updates, and I'm going to start with my health updates. I think the first couple of goals updates this year I focused pretty heavily on weight. That has not been my focus for the last couple of weeks, at least. For the early part of the third quarter, it was. And, I was kind of like maintaining my weight loss that I have lost so far this year, which is about 15 pounds. I will be completely honest, I have not weighed myself since I got back from my road trip to Kansas. Things have taken a shift. I'm not so focused on weight right now. Right now I'm focusing on my mental health. Things have kind of gone off the rails because I was laid off. And I am on the precipice of the steep cliffs of depression. I don't like being there, and so I'm trying to allow myself the opportunity to find joy in cooking food and eating food that I like and that my family likes too. I know it sounds kind of like an excuse, and it probably is, honestly, but I'm prioritizing my mental health right now over my physical health. And if that means making a brownie because it makes the house smell good, and I also like the way it tastes, that's fine, I don't want it to be every day, but I'm giving myself space and a little bit of grace right now. I did actually, before my road trip, I did restart a Couch to 5K program with the ultimate goal of running a 5K by Thanksgiving. And I still would like to do that. I haven't been running or walking. Honestly, I've not been exercising at all. I know that would be good for me. So when I'm in Alaska very soon, I would like to go for walks every day or every other day when the weather allows. I'd like to maybe do a hike or something. Maybe once a week. I think that would be nice if the weather allows for it. And I would still like to run/walk a 5K before Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna set that as my achievable goal for fourth quarter, is to run/walk a 5K before the end of fourth quarter. Let's move on to the wealth category. This one kind of makes me laugh because I have been laid off. I'm currently job hunting. I do feel like there is an opportunity in this layoff for me to find something that's going to allow me to grow even more than my last job did. I'm not as sad about it as I was before, and I don't blame myself for it. I know the reason why. It's, budget cuts. I understand it. The fact that I don't have an income is kind of a heavy mental load right now, especially during what I consider to be the most expensive months of the year. I feel like groceries are kind of surge priced during this time of the year. Butter always seems more expensive. Then there's all the gifts you want to give to people, trips you may want to take, even travel expenses to go see family. So Christmas cards can be expensive. So with that in mind, I'm going to be making a plan for budgeting and smart spending during the holiday months because of, my current fiscal situation. So please let me know if any of you are interested in that, and I will share it with you in a future video once I, get it put together if there's interest. But for my achievable goals during the fourth quarter of 2025, I would like to find a job that feels right, and I would also like to set a strict budget for the interim, and I would like to stick very closely to it. Fortunately, I do have a little bit of savings to live on, for the time being. That's kind of what an emergency fund is for, but it's not going to last forever. And for my own sake, I do want to find a job, and the sooner the better. obviously. I also want to give like a little update on my Q3 goal of an Amazon no buy. So I did successfully complete 6 weeks of not buying anything from Amazon. A couple of times it was really tough because like the household had needs that came up, and sometimes it's cheaper to buy things on Amazon. Sometimes it's like the only place that you can find it without having to go to a specialty store. Fortunately, we were able to find the things that we needed elsewhere, although I think we would have spent less if we had purchased them from Amazon. So I don't think I want to do a complete no buy from Amazon like this in the future. I don't think I want to do another one. However, I do think we could find a balance between the instant gratification of buying the thing we need from Amazon and like never buying anything from Amazon ever again. I think maybe limiting Amazon purchases to once or twice a month, I think would be much more reasonable and much more sustainable. Moving on to the making category, I actually did something near the end of the third quarter, which I did not expect to do for this channel ever. YouTube sent me like an email notification basically telling me that I had the opportunity to turn on channel memberships. And they honestly, I'll be brutally honest, they kind of incentivized it for me in a way that I kind of felt like I can't not do it. So since May, well actually since June, I went to Alaska in May on like a really long cruise, and during the month of June, I posted all of those videos that I filmed during the month of May. But while I was posting videos for May, I was filming videos in June. So somehow I have gotten like a couple of weeks of videos in my quote unquote backlog. So I've got a bunch of videos that are filmed and they could be edited. So what I've done with my channel memberships is now if you become a member of my Sunshine Squad, you get access to my videos at least 24 hours in advance. I've been able to keep up with it so far, and those of you who are members, I hope you're enjoying that. I also just want to reiterate very quickly that I'm never going to post a video that is for members only. Everyone is always going to get my content. Members just get it first. Something else for the making category is I made these. These are like prototypes for t-shirts because I love the idea of the Sunshine Squad so much. I wanted to make merch because even if you guys don't like it, I love it, okay? I love the color of the shirt. I love the glitter. I love the yellow flower. And I love the Sunshine Squad. No, it's not perfect because I did this with puffy paint, okay? This is a prototype because I kind of feel like I like it and this is good enough for me. But if you guys like this enough, if there's enough interest in something like this, because this is a short sleeve t-shirt, I'll show you. And it's purple. I also have this in like a butter yellow, which is very pretty. Then there's this, which is like a sweatshirt. So anyway, I've also got a purple sweatshirt over here. So I have two short sleeve t-shirts. We've got the, I think it's called Neon Violet. They're Comfort Colors t-shirts and sweatshirts. So the neon violet color and then the butter yellow color in t-shirts, short sleeve t-shirts and sweatshirts. So if you guys have any interest in those, I'm going to post a poll on my community tab. And I would love it if you'd go over there and let me know just, you know, if you would want one. If there's enough interest, I will see about having them made professionally locally because I would really like to have them embroidered. I think that would be really pretty. I don't think we would be able to do the glitter, but I think people might like that better if there was no glitter. But for the puffy paint one that I was going to make for myself, I wanted glitter on it, okay? But I think we would do the design kind of like this with the big sunflower on the front and then the Sunshine Squad. I'm still brainstorming the font. I don't know if I want a cursive or just like a scripty print. But I kind of like that. And then we might do like an extra sunflower on the back. But if you would be interested, let me know on the poll. I would appreciate that. So if there's enough interest, I'll look into like having them professionally made. And if the embroidery is cost prohibitive, we will look at doing screen printing. If there's interest, we'll get the ball rolling on that. But for now, I have my prototypes and I love them. Finally, in the making category is my upload schedule. So since my life has kind of been turned upside down, I now have a ton of extra time on my hands. I am making and posting twice the number of videos per week that I was doing before, or that I was posting when I was employed. So I hope that you like the videos that I've been making. And I really hope you like the videos that I'll be posting during my time in Anchorage. Those will be coming up very soon. I'm really looking forward to making and sharing those with all of you. If you like spending time with me, if you like watching my videos, please buckle up and stay tuned for the next quarter, because October, November, December, I've got a lot of videos planned. I've got a lot of things planned. Big plans. I don't want to share a bunch of details yet because everything's kind of half-baked, but at least for the month of October, we're looking at 6 videos a week. And then, of course, November, December is my favorite time of the year because it's like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I love decorating and sharing, you know, my life during that time of the year. So stay tuned. Big things coming. My last goals category is the reading category. So for this category, I was reading The Wheel of Time, okay? And I took a break because The Wheel of Time is very big and very heavy. There's a lot of characters, a lot of like different diverting plot points, and a lot of things that just kind of take you different ways, a lot of different settings and cultures and character names. Some characters have more than one name, and it's a lot, very heavy. So I took a break, and I'm going back to The Wheel of Time because I'm done with my break. I just read a book that was the ultimate dud. I can't recommend it, would not recommend it. I couldn't even bring myself to leave it in a little free library and subject other people to this book. So I'm going back to The Wheel of Time because it's not let me down. It's a lot, but it's a good story and it's very popular. It's a cult pop classic for a reason, and that's because it's very well done. Also, my boyfriend's a wonderful person, and he is now sharing his Audible account with me, and he has just spent a few Audible credits that he had because he was like, I have so many, help me spend them. He just bought a couple of the Wheel of Time books for me, so, or for him, and then I get to listen to them. So now I have even less of an excuse not to continue the series. So I hope to continue that series in the next quarter. I don't think I'll have it done by the end of the year. I didn't when I started it in January or February or whenever, but I am really enjoying that series, and I am looking forward actually to going back to it. Some other books that I've read recently that I can recommend include The Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. It's very cute. The Enchanted Greenhouse, which is kind of part of I won't call it a duology, but The Spell Shop and The Enchanted Greenhouse both take place in the same universe, and they like kind of almost reference each other a little bit. So I would definitely recommend both of those, but I just recently read The Enchanted Greenhouse because it was a recent release. And then Anthony and I read listened to on Audible the last several books of the Cradle series while we were on our road trip. So we finished the Cradle series. So that was actually my second read through of the Cradle series. And then we listened to Will White's new book, Threshold, which is kind of like an anthology. It's like an anthology collection for the Cradle series. So that was really fun. All of those books have been wonderful, but that one book, which I won't name, was awful, and I won't recommend it. I can't recommend it. And it did kind of like put me in the mood to go back to The Wheel of Time, so I am very excited about it. As far as my like purchasing books goal, I should mention I did purchase one book while I was on my road trip, but it was 30% off, and I did meet the parameters of my book purchasing rules for that one, so I had read enough of the books that are like in my library to, you know, meet my own criteria for that. So that actually wraps up my third quarter goals update. I am feeling optimistic. We're going into my favorite season of the year with, you know, autumn and then winter. I love the holidays in this quarter more than any of the holidays during the rest of the year, and that's just the truth. And I love the general vibe, the feeling of this time of year. I love pumpkin spice lattes. I love the, you know, cooler mornings. I love the colors. I love decorating for Christmas. I love the smells. I love the cozy feeling of baking in the house, you know, and I have a good feeling that everything's going to be okay. I do want to thank all of you for supporting me as I have navigated a challenging time of my life. Your words of encouragement have been very kind and very much appreciated. And I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I do hope that one day I'm able to have the opportunity to pay the kindness that you all have shown me forward to someone else that's even more deserving. So with that, I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching this video. You guys will see me in another video tomorrow. Bye!